Now, for a country to be used as a gun, the outline of the country must fit one of two shapes. Either A pistol shape, which should have a decent size handle and a barrel that isn't too thick, or in other words, it should be a solid 90-degree turn. Or B, a rifle-like shape, which should have a handle, a barrel, and shouldn't be too thick, and a magazine, and bonus points for a stock and a second handle and other things that make the country more look like a rifle. Also, the country may be rotated in any way to any degree, and the direction of which the gun is pointing does not matter. Also, I should probably mention what I mean with a good barrel, because I'm gonna say that a lot. I mean a barrel that you can tell apart from the rest of the gun, and one that isn't too thick. It'll make sense, just watch. So without further ado, let's start with my top 10. At number 10, I have Norway. Now hear me out, you have to assume that the islands are filled in and kinda extend the land. It could be a nice shotgun type thing if you look at it, and it has a nice handle, but I will deduct a few points because of the bump at the end of the barrel, but overall pretty nice. At number 9 I have Chile. Again, if you assume the islands are filled in and extend the land, it could look like an old World War I rifle if you imagine it correctly. At least that's what my brother told me. And I gotta say, I slightly agree with him, so for that, Chile gets the number 9 spot. At number 8, I have New Zealand. If you look at the North Island only, it is a decent pistol with a good handle and a decent barrel. And it kind of reminds me of like a Luger. And the South Island kind of acts like a barrel extension, but then the Luger effect would be gone. But still, a solid gun, gotta say, a deserved number 8 spot. Next on the list at number 7, I have China. Overall, good shape, but it has a short barrel in the front, but size doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, it has a handle with a few slits in it, which could cut your hand if you hold it for too long, but I suppose a few points can be awarded if you take the iron sight into account, although you would need a strong imagination to see it. Next up on number 6, I have Mozambique, with a great barrel, nice grip, and has a stock. However, it is missing a magazine, so that's gonna be a good reason why it is only number 6, but I am giving it a few more points mainly because Mozambique has an actual gun on its flag, which is pretty badass if you ask me. At number 5, I have its neighbor Malawi. It's not a traditional modern rifle, but it does look more like a World War I or World War II rifle. Not a bad shape, but the other 4 look more like a usable gun to me, but still pretty good. At number 4, I have the Republic of the Congo. It has a rough but good size grip, and the barrel and the mag kinda make up for it. It reminds me of like a handheld submachine gun, like something the sniper from TF2 held, which is pretty good, I gotta like it. Or it kinda looks like a Mauser as well, whatever you wanna imagine. At number 3, I have Switzerland. This kind of depends how you look at it, but I think either way it's number 3. Either you use this as the stock and this as a thick handle, or you take this as the handle and you have no stock, but either way, deserve number 3. At the runner-up position, I have Jordan. Not much really to say, other than it's just clean. A clean handle and a good barrel, and it's mostly straight so you wouldn't hurt your hand after holding it for a while. Very clean, gotta say. And at the number 1 position at the top, the country that I think looks most like a gun and could be used as a gun, I have Moldova. Similarly to Jordan, it's just a really clean pistol, but I feel like Moldova is a little bit more realistic, and the Jordan one is more like some Roblox taser you would get, but I can still see a pistol in Jordan. If your name is Jordan, I deeply apologize, I'm so sorry. But either way, Moldova deserves number 1. If you have any other countries that you would have in your top 10, leave it down below. If you're new here, subscribe. This is not my usual content, I usually design flags, but for some reason I decided to do this. But subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.